All right, recording again, second attempt. Idiots on Parade, the too ugly for TV podcast. We mock the news so you don't have to. I am Nathan Timmel, stand-up comedian in Iowa City, but in Cuyahoga Falls right now performing comedy. That's why I'm not in my basement. That's why I'm in a shitty comedy condo. With me, as always, is Jake Vevra, stand-up comedian in New York City. Hello, Jake.
How's it going? How's it going?
All is well here, except for the fact I'm angry. Jake and I have determined, he went out and bought a new microphone last week and the echo was still there. We believe it's Zoom. We believe there is a problem with Zoom that is fucking up Jake's audio. And I went and researched I was going to do Microsoft Teams, which is a video face conferencing that I can record. Google said I could not record. We were all set this morning to do it through Google and fuck Zoom, but Google wasn't working. And Teams wouldn't let me share the link. Like, I would literally go down a list of, this is how you share a link. Go to this spot. And when the very first step is wrong, and like, okay, that doesn't exist. You're telling me to do this, but that's not on my screen. It pisses me off. So we are stuck with Zoom again. And we hope that this time it doesn't screw up Jake's audio, because Jake did go out and buy a new microphone. And we're
got the Blue Yeti. We got matching mics now.
We got matching mics. We're like
I will say though,
buddies.
Even though it turned out not to be my soundboard, I'm kind of glad I got the Blue Yeti anyway, because the soundboard was really like a whole ordeal, taking it down and setting it up. It was always the thing. This, you just plug it right in, man. So the soundboard is great to have, especially if you're doing more than one mic on the same thing. But when it's just you doing it over Zoom, best to have something like this so you can just throw it in and fire it up.
It's just two people talking. So my phone's for the way PP. I can't read that, but hello to our first commenter in the chat. We're going to jump right into the news. And this story right off the bat, this is one of those The Independent, clickbait headline, but also kind of good. It's a big nothing. So The Independent, here's the headline. Wisconsin governor defends inclusive language proposal to change mother to inseminated person. So right off the bat, that's a pretty good headline, because you get a little angry. You're like, why the fuck are they fighting this fight? What is the point of saying, oh, we have to change mother to inseminated person? And then right below it, the tag is Republican lawmakers have condemned the suggested gender neutral terms as, quote, woke virtue signaling. And that's the impression I get too. I'm like, why are we fighting over this? Then you get into the article and it's literally only so they want to change husband to spouse, wife to person, father to parent or natural parent, and mother to inseminated person. All woke virtue signaling terms. However, it is only applicable to in vitro fertilization procedures done in Wisconsin. So if you have a gay couple, if you have two men or two women, you could both say father, father, or you could say mother, mother. But it kind of makes sense. Do I still think it is a fight worth having, because you might have 1 in 10 million transgender people going in for IVF, or actually they might go in more because, but it's not a fight worth having, but it's not as big a deal as the Republicans are making it out to be. It's stupid on both sides.
Well, no, yeah. Once you read the article a bit, I was confused on why you sent it to me, because I'm reading the article and it's a 1,917 page document. It's a whole budget thing. Like, it's just some small thing. It was just some really super progressive representative, whoever, that decided to put that part in there. No, the whole thing is like a massive budget package. And some Republicans just saw this and decided to like wave a big red flag around it. But did you listen to the video?
I didn't listen to the video. No, I just read the article.
No, I can't believe these morons actually used this video, because they go, look at this shitty woke governor deciding or trying to justify the changing of these terms. And then in the video, he uses the terms mother and father. He's going, it's just an important bill to make sure that IVF is protected, and that, mothers are able to be mothers and fathers are able to be fathers. And like, he's not using any of the fucking terminology that they're talking about in here.
Right, because the most important part is it is literally only for in vitro fertilization. It is not a sweeping change that all women in Wisconsin will be called inseminated persons and all that. It's literally just applicable to people who go in for in vitro
And it's not what the
fertilization.
bill was about.
What's
It
that?
was a budget bill. It was a massive
Yeah.
like budget bill.
And then
It
we
was
got
like an annual
Tommy, who
budget
seems to
thing.
not understand that, who says it's woke nonsense because, like, point right over his head. Sam, mother, father. Yeah, 99.999% of the time it will be mother, father. But in these small instance, you have this huge. It's a fight. It's stupid on both sides. There's no reason to put that language in there, but there's also no reason to
No, it's
run
a
around
silly thing to
hair on
put in there.
fire hysterics.
Because, like, dude, I do love whoever decided to put that in the budget bill was kind of setting themselves up. What's up?
Well, Tommy's saying we don't care what it is. Right. And that's the problem is ignorant people don't care what anything is. They just get angry for no reason. They're like, I'm just going to get angry instead of like, they can't move past the headline. They have to just be angry to justify their
Right.
ignorance.
I will say whoever specifically put it in the bill though is out of their fucking mind. Because I'll tell you right now, as somebody who has a wife and two kids, if some doctor or politician or whoever called my wife an inseminated person, I would hit him in the fucking mouth. I'd be like, "What did you call my wife a whore? What are you talking about? Inseminated person? That's what you went with? You decided inseminated person would offend less people than mother? It
Yeah.
sounds like it sounds like an OnlyFans site. What the fuck are we talking about? Inseminated person?
But the governor
If
Evers,
I jizz in
I
a
like to
dude's
call him
ear,
Evers
he's an
because it looks
inseminated
right.
person. You know what I mean? What's up?
I like his name is Tony Evers, but I think it reads Evers, so I just changed his name because I'm a dick like that. But there's
Sure.
absolutely no reason for him to come out and defend it either. He can literally just come out and say, "Yeah, it was a stupid change, but it's a budget bill." Like, I agree with you. It's dumb on both sides. There's no reason to turn this into a big story, though.
I mean, one time I hit myself in the nose. You know what I mean? Like while I was finishing. Technically, I was my own inseminated person. I was an inseminated person through my nostrils. And so I technically under that language, I would be what they're trying to refer to mothers as.
Well, and it's in the article too. What the governor says, what the Republicans say is a lie. It gives people using IVF legal certainty. That's it. Moms are moms, dads are dads. He's not even trying to fight definitions. It's just a big stupid
No, he
mess.
says it right in the video. Whoever
Yeah.
wrote this article is dumb as fuck.
Yeah. Well, no, the not the article. It's they don't make the article is just for clickbait. It's literally so the article actually the person might be dumb, James Liddell, but they did a good job because they got us to click.
I think, dude, I think that's Mike Liddell's son or brother or somebody. That's what the fuck I think. I think this is, I smell my pillow on this.
Oh, it's Little, Liddel, not Lindell. So either way.
Oh, that's right.
All right, let's turn to the chat really quick because it's blowing up. I saw something. Mr. Balls wants to know, do we have circumcision swords? I don't know what a circumcision sword is.
Oh, he's asking if we're cut or all natural.
Is that what he's asking?
I believe so. I actually went with a custom job. I had them cut mine to look like a little crown on the dickhead. You know what I mean? So I have like a half cision.
Well, to answer Mr. O'Balls, we don't talk about circumcision on this podcast anymore because the one time I mentioned in passing, we weren't even talking about it. It was like, oh, look, it's raining out. Oh, my son is circumcised. Hey, I'm going to the grocery store later. I said it in passing. It was the one time our podcast blew up because the anti-circumcision movement discovered it. I don't know if they had a Google search set for keywords. They blew us up, attacking us, insult. It was great. We loved it. It was hilarious.
Dude, it's the angriest people have ever gotten us over the podcast. And we talk politics all the time. No one ever got that mad. If you think that right-wing MAGA freaks and left-wing social justice warrior freaks get upset, it's nothing compared to anti-circumcision freaks. They're the craziest people on the fucking planet. If the anti-circumcision people ever storm the Capitol, we're fucked, man. All right, they will not be quelled. Now, granted, there's not a lot of them, you know. So I mean, they're kind of they're kind of nutty, even by like Alex Jones QAnon people's standards. But They're out there, and God damn it, do they feel passionate about dick skin?
I don't know if the Baron is one of them, but he says don't cut the turtleneck. Sorry, dude. I want a normal looking penis. Grace just subscribed. Thank you, Grace. Can I get a shout out? You just did. There you go.
Hell yeah. Thank
Um,
you. Thanks.
but either way, Mr. Obal says that he is a samurai rabbi. What's a samurai rabbi? Does that mean you're just a Japanese rabbi, or you're just that good at cutting the tips?
That's right. That's right. He will actually throw the baby up in the air and then it's circumcised before it hits the bassinet.
Like that video game, or like John Belushi's Samurai Delicatessen.
That's right. That's right. The samurai moil. He walks all over Florida and parts of Williamsburg, giving circumcisions and defending the honor. It's if you want to get into one of the tunnels, you have to fight the samurai moil.
Yes. All right. Speaking of making MAGA ad, here's the next story. iPhone's dictation feature momentarily transcribes word racist as Trump. Apple is working on a fix. Now, the idiot progressive that threw inseminated person into that Wisconsin bill, that's them being stupid and kicking a hornet's nest for no reason. The tech nerd that did this, that's pretty funny. Have you ever seen this
Pretty
happen?
hilarious.
Not with that word, but with any other word. When I'm using if I'm using speech to text, sometimes it will get the word wrong and then realize, oh, this is what you meant, and change it. And I'll watch it happen. So this is you're dictating your phone like, oh, dude, there was this racist last night at the comedy show, and it'll say, dude, there was this Trump last night. Oops, sorry, I meant racist. And that is goddamned funny. Whoever did that is funny.
That's good. It's I think the left is figuring out how to troll online, which is good. They've kind of been behind on that. The right's been smoking them. The only time I've seen anything like that is when I picked up my wife's phone by mistake one time, typed my name Jake, and it kept saying Beetlejuice when he was alive. That's the only time I've ever seen weird autocorrect.
I thought you were going to say that you typed your name into your wife's phone and it came up like Andre the Pool Boy, the dude she was actually sleeping with, something like that. That also would have been an acceptable joke.
Nah, I seen the guy's dick pic in there, but it was no weird autocorrects from Andre the Pool Boy.
I like how this is called. The bug happens when an iPhone user uses the dictation feature. One thing I don't know, dictation is capitalized for no reason, but I like how they call it a bug. I don't think this is a bug. I actively think that some coder snuck this in. Someone that works at Apple. I don't think this is a bug.
Well, it's still a bug. They sneak in the bug. I mean, that's what they call it.
Oh, they call it a bug? I think a bug is more an accident. So, okay, maybe it's what.
Nah. Most bugs are intentional in the
I look at it more like an Easter egg.
Intentional
Like when you ask your Amazon device, Alexa, like, Alexa, make a fart noise. And she goes, that's what I look at this like.
Well, no, because it's putting it on people's phones whether they want it there or not. You know what I mean? Like it's sneaking it on there as opposed to like, hey, download this thing that turns Trump to racist when you type it out.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's do one more of politics, and then we'll get away from it. We'll go back to the chat. But speaking of Trump and racism, Tulsi Gabbard says more than 100 intelligence officers will be fired for sexually explicit NSA chat messages. She is going to stand up for the appropriate behavior in the workplace. They were brazen in using an NSA platform intended for professional use to conduct this kind of really, really horrific behavior. Hey, Tulsi,
all right.
Who's the president that you work for, that you endorsed, Mr. Grab him by the pussy, Mr. Convicted of, sexual assault in a civil case? Just the double standards always amuse me.
I agree with you. I see this both ways.
Yeah.
Her boss Trump is a piece of shit, and he's done way worse than any of these fucking people probably are texting. Like whatever. Like I get that. That said, if you work for the NSA and you're using your work phone to send dick pics, you're kind of not that intelligent. You're not intelligent enough to be in the intelligence community. You know what I mean? You get a burner phone for that. How do you not know that as an intelligence member? You don't send the dick pics on the work phone. I don't send dick pics on my thing. I just work in radio, man. I don't work in the intelligence community. You think I would be fucking around with porn on a work computer if I'm working for the intelligence? Come on now.
I'm going to go you one further. I am old school. I make sure that it can't spread or go viral. I fax my dick pics. That's it. You
There you go.
cannot make a fax dick pic go viral. So I will be
I
safe.
actually, I call and I hire a sketch artist to show up to her door. And then I talk to him and I describe my dick and he sketches it out like Leonardo DiCaprio in Titanic. You know what I mean?
I'm more sexist than you. I use a female sketch artist so she is uncomfortable listening to me describe my small, bent, sort of wrinkly, I guess you could call it manhood. It's more like boyhood,
Right.
considering my size. So, yes, I incorporate sexism into my sketch artist because I hire her, not telling her what she's going to be sketching. So I'm worse than you.
Yeah, and you micromanage your micro penis drawing because you'll zoom and you'll be like, hey, erase it. Not small enough, not wrinkly enough. What are you doing?
We're
One
told
star on Yelp.
I'm old and my phone is far away from me because this isn't my normal setup. So I'm having a problem reading names because they changed the font. Like the chat is big, but the name is small. So
Like in the chat today.
yeah, but either way, we're being told to just use printer paper. Alexandra just joined. Hey, and Angie's giving us laugh emojis. Thank you. Um, so either way, if you have good suggestions on how to get a dick pic out there that won't get you in trouble, put it in the chat. Let's jump.
Although one guy called us what the Illuminati member called us High Baldy and Goldie. I like that. That would be our buddy cop name if we were in like a 1970s sort of country, you know, small town sort of comedy action drama.
I I assume I'm Goldie, but I'm just not sure why. Am I radiating a nice complexion right now? Because I'm right in front of
Yeah,
the
we've
window.
discussed this. We discuss this literally every week. The ball jokes are for me.
Well, I
All
know.
right?
I'm
don't
saying
know
I don't
how this
understand.
confuses you. The ball jokes are always for me. All right. Unless you develop stage 4 something before next week, the ball jokes will be for me.
I just want to know why I'm Goldie. I don't mind it. I'm just not sure where the insult is. I want to know because I don't mind being insulted. I think I deserve being
You know,
insulted.
I just think it's a good rhyme scheme. You know, it's just a good, you're overthinking it. It's just
Okay.
a fun little rhyme scheme.
All right. It's time for the advice portion of our podcast, which we don't always have, but I have it this week. Every so often, I stumble across a Dear Abby letter that just, I don't understand people. Dear Abby, my husband of 20 years threatened to kill someone and now won't sleep with me. Now, this is a
Hang on. What'd
misleading.
he do?
Go ahead.
What'd he do, though?
Well, what did he do? Is this headline is misleading. She says he now won't sleep with me, but if you dig into the article, they've been married 20 years, and she says they haven't slept together in 10 years, more than a decade. So that's more than 10. So more than half their marriage, they have not been intimate. Um, why didn't she divorce him over 10 years ago? That's what I want to
That's
know.
true. I mean, if you don't sleep with your husband for a decade, I think he's going to kill somebody. You know, I'm kind of on this guy's side.
No, she's the one that wants the sex.
Oh,
He
that's right.
doesn't.
That's right. I forgot about that.
He's
Then
the
yeah,
eunuch.
he's a psycho.
You were right to think that because 99% of the time,
Sure.
I hate to use stereotypes, but it's a woman that's not really as frisky as the man. This dude has generalized anxiety disorder. In the past, he threatened to kill someone, not me, she points out, as well as himself, and had to be hospitalized. Most of the time, he's friendly and thoughtful, except for one thing. He isn't capable of giving affection, and we haven't had sex in more than a decade. She wants to know if she should get divorced. Yes. Yes, you should get divorced. Why the fuck are you with this guy? What are you getting out of this marriage?
Yeah, man, you want to talk about the furthest thing from an inseminated person? Oh, this lady right here. It's been quite a long time.
We should put our dick pics on MySpace, according to Alexander.
That's right.
Yeah, that would be good. Nobody will
The
see
one
him
thing
there.
that the guy
What's
who wrote that
Space Hay is the new
independent article
MySpace.
and what's up?
Either way, so she met a younger the woman that's not getting sex from her husband met a younger man online who lives overseas. Probably not a man, probably not probably a boy or a girl or a teenager fucking with you. But it was platonic for 2 years. Suddenly, I realized I had more than platonic feelings for him. We started talking about love to each other. No sex was involved, nor have we exchanged revealing photos. We are both religious. At cheating's cheating. If what's the old I have lusted in my heart. If you are cheating on your husband emotionally, just go do it physically. Get divorced. Get out of there. Because once you've cheated in your heart, I mean, all bets are off. You're disconnected from this guy. Why? Who are these people that can't make decisions?
Yeah, I mean, I also okay, when I read these, I try to err against the person writing the question, because they're asking advice from the randos on the internet. That means they're crazy. B, more importantly, this is a source by, for, and about them. It's their own personal MSNBC, Fox News, North Korean state-run news if they happen to inherit the entire country from their dad. So when they leave out what I find to be key details that should be there, like, hey, why aren't you having sex? What happens when you try? Why does he say, like, there's not a whole lot in there. It's just kind of, so I don't think she's making much of an effort, man. I think she's got to really sit down and talk with him and be like, hey, why is this not happening? Am I not fulfilling you? What could we do to spice things up, to change things? And I'm not hearing any of that.
That's because you didn't read it. That's
I'm
because
just
right
hearing a
here we have
lazy.
seen multiple counselors over the years to no avail. We have tried doctors and meds. I have begged, cried, and talked with him and remained celibate always
Oh
until she
shit.
met
Okay,
the younger man overseas.
I missed that part. So never mind. Disregard everything I just said. You've already done that. You've already done that. So there's nothing else. I don't know what you want. I don't know what piece of advice is going to help you. Like, listen, what you need to do first, chloroform. And then as he's coming to, you give him a bunch of crushed up Viagra's and Blue Chews and ketamines. And then you just strap him to a gurney like the guy in Clockwork Orange. And you just play Beethoven and ride his hard dick against his consent. I don't know what the hell anyone's going to tell you to get your husband into you. You're not going to be an inseminated person anytime soon if you stay with this guy. I'm actually starting to like that phrase, dude. I think I'm gonna woke it up and change it to that.
Well, Hammer has a good point here. Hammer, you need to see what she looks like. That might explain everything. Yeah, I mean, what happened to you? I mean, I'm gonna get in trouble for this, but did you turn into what was it? Oh God, can't think of it. Kelly Clarkson. Kelly Clarkson was talking about her husband wasn't intimate, and all I saw online was, yeah, look at your before and after pictures. They roasted her. I mean, sometimes people aren't physically attracted to their spouse after a while because things change, body parts
Yeah, but
droop.
that's part of being married, man. You stay together, you get old. I used to be really good looking when I was younger. I had a full head of hair. I had like six packs, and then I took the booster shot. Oh, god damn it. Pfizer, you did this to me. Now, did like hard drugs and cheap booze and bad genetics play a part? Yeah, if you believe what the lying ass CDC has to say about it.
Fair enough. Nobody really. CS. Hello, fellow human beings. Hello, nobody. All right. Okay, this story is a big nothing. I only put it in because I have to go over to the email to read the clickbait. So when I saw I go to news aggregate sites as well as AP to catch these stories. There was a news aggregate site that had a thumbnail, and the headline said, "Experts say normal body temperature no longer 98.6 degrees." I'm like, well, that's interesting. That I'll click that. Why is our body temperature changing? Then you click it. And it's one woman's viral fever question sparked a very real debate. Is 98.6 outdated? They fucking took a TikTok. Some lady on TikTok said, "Why is 98 the standard for the body temperature?" And now it's a fucking thing. That's what it takes to change science. Is just some fucking dipshit asking a question on TikTok, and now there's a goddamn news article written by
Dude,
Eduardo Cuevas for USA Today. USA
I
Today, the least fucking informative news source outside of fucking CNN.
I hope that the same person who wanted to change the normal body temperature was the same Wisconsin lawmaker who wanted to change mother to inseminated person. I hope it's just somebody just trolling everything, just in there trolling.
Well, because what she wrote was, should we adjust our idealization? Our idealization, like that's what it is. It's the ideal of when a fever actually happens. I have a normal body temperature of 97.6, but I feel horrible and my temperature is only 99.1. Okay, you don't cater to the fucking minority. The mean is not, oh, we have 99% of the population is this way, but oh, you're different? Well, now we should change everything because of fucking you. That's what people think today because they're so catered to and pampered and they think they're special. You're not special. Fuck the fuck off.
Dude, you know what this feels like to me? I always smell a grifter. This feels like somebody who really wanted to use a 6-day at work, even though the thermometer told them to get their fucking work boots on. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm feeling on this one.
What I want to know is, aside from what we said earlier, the circumcision, how does this go viral? Of all fucking, you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of my stupid canned pumpkin video where I just said, I don't know if I should buy canned pumpkin, and people blew it up saying, yeah. Why does the most mundane, stupid shit go viral?
Yeah. It's just like the people getting mad about the circumcisions. It's get mad about real shit, Get mad about what the people in the chat are mad about. Get mad about the fact that they framed Diddy. Get mad about the fact that they framed Diddy.
Wait. Did I miss that? Do we have one? I see we have Winter Soldier identifies as baby oil. Oh, there it is.
Our fans love Diddy, all right? Our fans love Diddy, and they're not going to rest until he's freed.
Okay, so what just happened in that? I'm not really following it. I know that Jay-Z, the headline I read said that his lawyer curb stomped the lawyer filing the case against Jay-Z and Diddy apparently is one of these aggregate lawyers that sort of puts out there like, hey, come sign with me, I'll get you rich. So do you think it's going to blow up in his face, or do you think who do you think's guilty here?
I mean, there seems to be a lot of evidence against Diddy. Not saying he did it, people in the chat. All right. I'm just saying, I think the deep state's going to win on this one. I think Diddy goes down for a lot of it.
Well, Hammer's making another good point and a different thing. He's going back to the temperature. Hammer, who said, what does the woman look like? Is she like, that's a good solid question to ask. In science, science would explain it as if they told her she's just going through menopause. Do we have her age? Because it could be it too. I want to know what her age is. Is she 54? Because
that's true.
They don't even have that's my favorite thing about news is they do not have a link to this stupid TikTok. Like they say, oh, this TikTok goes viral, but they don't have a link to it.
They do say that during menopause, women get moody, irrational, and try to change basic science. So I think that might be what's going on.
All right, let's sign. We're going to lose the Spotify, the Zoom. We're going to stick to YouTube. So YouTube chat, we are coming directly to you now. You can find me at nathantimmel.com. Everything me, books that I write, t-shirt store, my 1 hour special on YouTube. Jake can be found at Jake Vevra on all social media platforms. He has a 1 hour special, comedy special on YouTube as well. And so with that, Zoom goes bye-bye. We stay
unalived by dog pills. Look it up, people. Like and subscribe.
Yes, unalived
Give me
on
a
dog
comment
pills.
on it.
Now we switch to the chat and see what we missed. So goodbye, Zoom.
Did he turn me into an inseminated person?